Good morning, my beautiful listeners. This is the Wonder Studios. Here we always say the hard truth, which is raw and unfiltered. We always say the thing as it is, without any interference from any political leader. This is the only platform where we always say the hard truth. We don't give you a diluted stories. President John Dramani Mahama just made a secret appointment without even consulting anyone. This is a choice that he made from his own self by employing families and friends into his presidency. Is Mahama, or is this the kind of reset that John Dramani Mahama gave to his people or gave to the people of Ghana? Did Mahama came to serve the families and friends first, or to serve the people of Ghana? Nobody is bigger than Ghana. No individual under the hidden sun is bigger than Ghana. This is something that John Dramani Mahama did way back in 2013 to 2017, and yet still he had the guts to repeat it in 2024 and 2028 into his presidency. In 2013 to 2017, John Dramani Mahama gave a big state contract to his brother, the CEO of Engineers and Planners, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, by giving or by awarding him the Awaso bauxite mining. In 2017, Mahama gave a cousin. This is a direct cousin to the president of John Dramani Mahama, Joyce Mogtari, asked the deputy transport minister, and in 2024-2028, this woman is still acting as, or is still working under the direct supervision of the presidency of John Dramani Mahama as the special aide to the presidency. In 2017-2028, John Dramani Mahama appointed Mr. Mod and Betty Mod. This is an extended family to John Dramani Mahama by awarding them as the CEO of GNPC. In 2024-2028, Mahama has also done the same thing by awarding Betty Mod and Alex Mod as the CEO of GNPC. So I'm asking, is this the kind of reset that the John Dramani Mahama promised Ghanaians, or is this the kind of change that John Dramani Mahama promised that he would give to the people of Ghana? Is Mahama in to serve his people first, or is Mahama in to serve his own family and to give his families and friends the big government appointment into the office, once we have a lot of graduates who are on the street hawking, who are on the street finding it difficult, and in Ghana, even for someone to feed himself twice a day is even a luxury. Just so this government official, just so this government or this presidency will, in their governance, employ their families and friends first and left the Ghanaians in shocks and looted Ghanaians. These people are eating, these people are cashing out from the ministry or the direct ministry of the presidency. Once the people, once we have those who are eligible to get this appointment, we have the ordinary Ghanaians into struggling. John Dramani Mahama employed a family, or employed the father and son into his governance. He employed Johnson Asiedu Nketiah, that we all know as the General Mosquito. Yes, Johnson Asiedu Nketiah is the National Democratic Congress board chairman. He is now acting as the CEO of the board chairman of the Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. Once Johnson Asiedu Nketiah's first son, Dr. Kweku Asiedu Nketiah, is the first son of John Dramani Mahama, and this man is also working as the deputy CEO of the Ghana Income Investment Fund, the IMMF, the Ghana Minimal Income Investment Fund. So I'm asking, is this the kind of research that the presidency, is this the kind of change that the NDC promised Ghanaians? Why is it that the Ghanaians have, or why is it that the Ghanaian presidency has turned into a families and friends gatherings, has turned into a families and friends throne, and has turned into a families and friends cartel, whilst the ordinary people, whilst the ordinary citizens are still looted, are still on the street hawking, finding it even a luxury to feed themselves twice a day. This is a disgrace to the presidencies of John Dramani Mahama. This is something that needs to be reverted, or this is something that needs to be reversed immediately. You all know that Mahama is a man of peace. Mahama is a man that came to the people. Why is it that he has secretly employed his brother, Dr. Callistus Mahama, as the presidential executive secretary? This man is working under the direct supervision of the presidency of Ghana, and this man is aimed to control any presidential meeting, any executive presidential meeting and coordinations of the president. Whilst Mahama has also employed Joyce Bawah as the special aide to the president. This woman is a direct cousin to the president of John Dramani Mahama, and Dr. Asiedu Nketiah as the deputy CEO of the Minimal Investment Fund, and his father, Johnson Asiedu Nketiah, is now serving as the board chairman of the Ghana Port and Harbour. Is this the kind of research that John Dramani Mahama promised Ghanaians? Is this how John Dramani Mahama and NDC government are ruling Ghana? Is this a families and friends business, or this is a presidential governance? We have a whole lot of Ghanaians who have the certified, who have the degree, who have the knowledge and skills to manage these positions or to serve this appointment. Yes, still, because they don't have a government, they don't have any political backings, they don't have any connections, they don't have anyone to say something to them. They are on the street working, they are on the streets, they are on the street working, they are on the street finding it hard or very hard to even feed themselves twice a day, wasting their talent, their degree. Just to these people, these political officials always find a ways and means by employing their families and friends, by employing their children, by employing those leaders of their party or those party gurus and their children. They always offer them the big government contract. This is something that we need to fight as Ghanaians. This is something that immediately we start working as Ghanaians, it will immediately go down or immediately be eradicated completely. This is not the kind of Ghana that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah left for us. This is not the kind of change that John Dramani Mahama always promised Ghanaians. This is something that needs to be diverted. This is something that needs to be reverted. This is something that needs to be reversed immediately. This is a government appointee that needs to be reversed immediately. And who is even behind the appointment of presidential brothers and sisters into their appointees? Who is in there, or who was there to even accept them? We always knew that John Dramani Mahama employed these people in the direct interest, without even consulting anyone, without even consulting the party officials. This is something that needs to be reverted. This is the One Dot Studios. Here is always saying the hard truth, which is raw and unfiltered. Let me see you subscribe. Let me see your comment in the comment section what you think of this video. If it is right for the president to always turn the presidential seat into the families and friends thrones, into the families and friends cartel. Let me say it in the comment section. Like the video, share the video to a lot of people so that this thing will even eradicate completely, because this is not the kind of Ghana that we need here. This is a disgrace to the President John Dramani Mahama. Although he is the president of the Republic of Ghana, just Mahama and his government are not bigger than the people of Ghana, or they are not in way much important than the people of Ghana. Mahama needs to treat everyone equal without any nepotism, without any political criticism, without any political favoritism. This is a political nepotism. This is something that needs to be eradicated completely. This is not something that we need to acknowledge in the history of Ghana by giving them the chance, the authority to always employ their families and friends into the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. This is something that we need to change immediately. This is something that we know John Dramani Mahama will work on it immediately, because this is a disgrace to the brand of John Dramani Mahama and the National Democratic Congress. If it was someone, or I quite remember when Nketiah employed his families and friends into his governance, this became a national news. This became the most talked show in Ghana, that the president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo in his governance, in his 8th-term governance, has employed his families and friends into the direct supervision of his governance. This is exactly the same thing that under John Dramani Mahama has repeated itself by employing the families and friends into his governance, and this thing needs to be diverted immediately. Without, this is a political nepotism. This is a political favoritism, and this needs to be checked. We have a whole lot of executive in the 3 arms of government that needs to work or needs to check each and other. These people, these 3 arms of government, the president, the judiciary, and the legislature, needs to abort this immediately. They who was in there to approve the families and friends, the brothers and cousins of John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Kelestus Mahama as the direct brother to the president, and Joyce Bawah as the cousin to John Dramani Mahama, as both the presidential executive secretary and the special aide to the presidency. Subscribe to my channel. Let me see what you get in the comment section. This is something that needs to be fight immediately.